just give yourself that grace. Like, you are not a perfect human being. You're going to mess up. That doesn't mean that you are this, and that. It just means that you're human. And we all make small little mistakes. We all make big mistakes. Own your shit, and move on. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Heart to Heart podcast. I'm Abby. If you are new here, I'm your host, and I'm excited to sit down and chat with you guys today about practicing confidence, because this is something that I'm currently working on. And I have to say, like, I've always been a confident person. Even when I was younger, I did not really care what people thought of me. Like, I think I was way more confident when I was younger than I am now. Probably just because the world shapes you a little bit as you grow up and you kind of form to what society tells you you should be, society and people in your life. But yeah, we're here today to talk about practicing confidence and really embodying, like, just showing up as you are. And I know in a previous episode, me and Jordan had kind of touched on this a little bit, like showing up authentically. But these are going to be actual tips that you guys can practice too. Tips that I'm practicing or using to practice having more confidence. And I think it's something that there's different levels to it, just like everything, but you might be at a place where your confidence is extremely low, or you may be in a place where you're like, no, I feel super confident. Like, it's just nice to kind of remind yourself of all of the things that you can be doing, or more things you could be doing to be more confident. So, yeah, it's kind of a fun one. If you want, you should go grab yourself a Poppy, grab yourself a snack, and just, come hang out for a little bit. It's going to be kind of a chill episode. We are in a new spot in my house, which is exciting. This is going to be the podcast space. And kind of like, this room in my house is just supposed to be more of like a creative space for my husband and I. And so we're slowly trying to get it to a place where we like it, because it's our office, our game room, it's a lot of different things. It's wearing a lot of different hats, and it needs to be all kind of consolidated in a way to be functional for all of those things. So anyway, it's exciting that we're in our that I'm recording in this new space. Okay, let's just jump right into it. So, first on the list is watching the way that you speak to yourself. And I'm so guilty of being hard on myself. And I think it's so easy to not even realize that you're being mean to yourself over the smallest things. Like, it literally could be like you made a tiny little mistake and you're sitting there beating yourself up over it and you don't even know. You're like, man, I wish okay, let me think of an example. Let's say I hate coming up with things on the spot. Let's say you accidentally called somebody the wrong name. It's such a minor thing. Like, it really doesn't matter. You can apologize and like move on. But let's say you call somebody the wrong name. You're sitting there saying, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I wonder what she thinks of me or he thinks of me. Did I hurt their feelings? Did I piss them off? Like, you're just sitting there making it such a huge deal when it's not. And also, you could be sitting there thinking like, wow, I'm so stupid. I shouldn't have said that. Why can't I ever remember anybody's name? I'm so forgetful. Like, the list just goes on and on of stuff that you could be saying to yourself and not even realizing that it's happening within like a 10-second period. You've said all of those things to yourself. and they're really damaging. And I think it's something that I have to practice a lot, because I'm just getting now into the habit where I can realize, like, okay, I'm saying these things to myself. I need to stop, because it's not doing anybody any good. And I'm trying this new thing where I talk to myself as if I'm a friend of me, if that makes sense. So, okay, that actually would make more sense if I said it like this. I'm talk to me how a friend would talk to me, or I would talk to a friend. And it's really helpful, because you wouldn't sit there and say that to your friend, like, wow, you're so forgetful. I can't believe you. I mean, maybe you would if you're toxic, but you would never say those things to somebody that you love, somebody that you care about, somebody that's your friend. So I think it's just really important to take note of when you start to get in that negative thought pattern, and just put it to an end, and just say to yourself, oh, shucks, I forgot her name. Let's move on, because it's not that big of a deal and it doesn't define me. And even if it's something bigger, like, just give yourself that grace. Like, you are not a perfect human being. You're going to mess up. That doesn't mean that you are this, and that. It just means that you're human. And we all make small little mistakes. We all make big mistakes. Own your shit, and move on. It doesn't have to define you. Being kind to yourself and giving yourself affirmations. So even throughout the day, just hyping yourself up, okay? Like you would your homegirls, okay? You are a baddie. You're this, you're that, whatever you want to tell yourself. Give yourself little compliments throughout the day, and affirmations like, I'm safe to show up the way that I want to show up. I almost just knocked my poppy over. I exude confidence. I understand that being confident comes easy to me. Things like that to kind of get you in the energy of showing up the way that you want to show up. It's just putting these little seeds into your brain, like removing the negative things and just replacing them with something positive or an affirmation to kind of get you into that mode of like, okay, I can be confident. Like, I am confident. So love that one. Okay, so the next tip is no one is looking at you. Everyone's looking at themselves. So if you're sitting there thinking like, oh my God, people are watching me, like I'm worried about what the other people think, just remember that they're not looking at you. They're too worried about themselves, their lives, what's going on for them in their own world. And if everybody's thinking that way, like, oh, I hope people aren't judging me right now, like da 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 da, majority of people are thinking that way, that means that no one's looking at you. Everyone's looking at themselves. So you don't have to worry. You can just show up how you want to show up. Be confident, girl. Own it. A good example of this is, and this is why I hate working out at an actual gym, but a good example would be you're not experienced in the gym. You want to start going to the gym. You don't know how to use any of the equipment. Raise your hand if this is you. And you're just too embarrassed to go because you don't want to look like an idiot working a machine that you're working it completely the wrong way, or whatever. You're doing the exercise the wrong way. Your posture is not correct, whatever it is. So you just don't go and you work out at home, which honestly is fine. I have just recently started getting into yoga and Pilates, and I think that tip has really helped me get over that. Is like, everybody in this class is focused on their posture, doing it the right way. Like, nobody's looking at you. Everyone's worried about themselves. So that's a little nice one. I really like that one because I am constantly like, are people watching me? Blah, blah, blah. It's so freaking tiring. So it's nice just to remind myself that. Ooh, I love this one. Okay. What would the younger you think about what you're doing and who you are now? I think that definitely would give you some confidence because it's like when you were younger, thinking about who you are now, you probably dreamt of having some of the things that you have now, or you probably couldn't wait to do some of the things that you're doing now. And I think my younger self would look at me and be like, damn, she's a badass. Like, she just like goes for it, does what she wants. Like, yeah, I think the younger me would be hyping me the up. Okay, we have get to know yourself. Really like dive deep into like what makes you you, what makes you cool, what makes you interesting. Like, we all have things about us that are different and are unique and that we need to own because no one else is going to own it for us. And being you is your superpower. Like, no one can be you. And I think we all kind of take that for granted because we all kind of try to blend in a bit. But the more that you can start loving these things about yourself that like set you apart from other people, that's really going to help you be more confident showing up in the world, like getting to know yourself and know what sets you apart, know what makes you different. But those are the very things that make you awesome and make you who you are. And that's special. This next one is huge. And that is not to keep your circle tight, but just be very aware of who you have close to you and who you have in your circle, I guess. Yeah, I would say. Because you really want to surround yourself with people who are lifting you up and who are hyping you up and constantly saying good things about you. Because it's going to tear you right down if you have people on the opposite end of the spectrum who are constantly tearing you down, making you feel like shit about yourself, and just have negative energy towards you. Your self-worth is going to start to go down because you're consciously or subconsciously being reminded or being told these things about yourself. Definitely try not to give your energy to people who drain you, who feel like they just suck the life out of you, who you get done hanging out with and you just feel drained. Like, those are not your people. Those people will take everything that you have, whether they know they are or not. It can be very discouraging to be around people like that, and really just make you feel like dog shit about yourself. So yeah, I would say if you want to start showing up more confidently and practicing being confident, you should be surrounding yourself with people who love on you, lift you up, who are helping you be confident and who love you and want to support you and want to celebrate you, and surrounding yourself with people who are confident themselves. I think that inspires you to be like, if they can show up and be confident, then so can I, you know? Okay, next one. Taking care of your appearance and self-care. So we're talking hair, skin, body, all of it. really taking the time to put energy and effort into yourself, I think that's huge. Wearing what makes you feel good, putting the jewelry on. Like literally for this episode, I re-pierced my first hole, and that is not a joke. It fucking hurt. But I did it because I was like, I want to wear earrings. I know this is going to make me feel good. So I don't even know if you can tell, but it doesn't matter if you can tell because I know I'm wearing them and it's making me show up more confidently. So, prime example for you. Wear the bracelet, wear the sunglasses, put the perfume on, do what you have to do, the accessories, all of it, just everything. Every little thing counts. And it's so silly, but like literally if getting dressed for 5 minutes in the morning is going to change your entire day, putting 10 extra minutes into yourself in the morning, if that's going to change your entire day and the way that you show up and the way that you come off confidently, take the 10 minutes. Wake up 10 minutes earlier. Like, fit it into your routine. It's so worth it to do that. Like, it's something so small, but I think makes the biggest difference. Okay, the next thing is how you're showing up in the world physically. So, when you're showing up and walking into a room, really walking into the room like you own it, even if you have to fake it till you make it. Walk in proud. Practice it going to the UPS store. Practice it going to the laundromat, okay? Practice it in places that don't really matter. And then you can start to like slowly start practicing it in places that actually matter, where there's a ton of people and you're nervous to walk in or whatever. Start showing up physically and using your body language to tell somebody that you're confident, like shoulders back, head up, speak up, say it with your chest, walk into that room like you own it, okay? Like I said, practice small, get bigger with that one. What else? Daily movement gets rid of stale, stagnant energy, and it makes you happier and feel better. So moving your body, getting some movement in, going for a walk, going to a workout class, moving around the house. I mean, it could even just be like running around your house, cleaning up, or like whatever, like get your body moving. And I think really like exercise really does it for me. The more that I exercise, even if it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I feel so much better about myself, even if the number is the same on the scale, or even if I don't look any different, I feel different. And that's the key, is just, I think it does something to your brain. I'm sure I could look this up and it does something. It releases something. I don't know what it is. Happy hormones, I'm not really sure, but it does something to your confidence, okay? So definitely, if you don't have this in your daily ritual of like daily movement, like I said, even just going for a walk, bring your dog for a walk, or if you know somebody that has a dog, bring somebody else's dog for a walk, or just go for a walk by yourself or with a friend or whatever, and just get outside and get moving and really just like release that like energy that you don't want. The energy of being insecure, feeling insecure, just really let it be released. Healing insecurities and figuring out what you don't really love, so that you can start learning to love them. And easier said than done, but there's ways of figuring out what things you may necessarily not love about yourself, but you can look at them in a different light, hopefully, that will help you to start liking them. My shirt is like up to my literal boobs right now, so hopefully that wasn't showing the entire time. So yes, learning to love the things that you may not love will definitely help you show up more confidently in the world and help you own it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I think I've lost my last brain cell today. So we're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a quick, shorty little episode, but I have to say I like talking with a guest way more than I love just like talking alone in this microphone. But thank you so much for watching, and I'm sure we will have some fun guests on soon, so to spice it up. But yeah, thanks for watching. As always, I will talk to you guys in the next Heart to Heart. Bye guys.